How am I gonna start this? Okay, so I never want to make these videos. This is like an update on what's going on in my life and why I went completely MIA from pretty much all platforms. I've been posting on Facebook, but you guys don't see that, and a little bit on Twitter. So if you don't follow me on Twitter, that's probably the place where you guys are gonna get the most raw, sincere part of me, because I feel like on Twitter I can pretty much say whatever I want. The first thing I'm going to talk about is something that I have been talking about for months and months and months. I have been excited, I've been hyping it up, and I'm devastated. I had booked an Airbnb a while ago, okay? I noticed that the Airbnb was very, very far away from everywhere that I wanted to go. So you guys know I'm going to LA in August, and I was supposed to be taking my best friend with me, right? It was supposed to be an amazing trip. We were both supposed to go together. It was supposed to be awesome. And she told me to take care of the Airbnb, and I was like, okay. I wasn't asking her to pay for anything. You know, she paid for her flight, and that was all taken care of. So when I looked at the Airbnb, I noticed it was really far away. It was probably like 2 hours with LA traffic away from everything. So I decided to cancel that Airbnb and get a new one that's closer. So I did that, got a full refund because it was within the time frame, and the person was awesome. He was sweet, and he was like, you know, thank you for choosing me, I understand, and all this stuff. So then I booked another Airbnb probably 2 days later, and I felt really rushed because in my mind I was thinking, well, if I don't schedule this, then I am gonna lose my opportunity to have a place to stay during this weekend. So I hurried up and scheduled another one, but I didn't read the refund policy. But right before, I'm sorry, I'm jumping all over the place, but right before I found this place, I had texted Michaela and told her, hey, we need to talk, because I wanted her to be a part of the picking process of getting an Airbnb. The first Airbnb that if you guys don't know what an Airbnb is, because I keep saying it, it's basically like a hotel, but it's somebody else's. I wanted her to be a part of this, and she hadn't responded to me for at least 3 days. And I was like, well, this is kind of odd, because I don't understand what's going on. So I then sent her a message on Snapchat, because I was like, you know, why aren't you, what's going on? And the next morning, at like 7 in the morning, she sends me a text saying, I'm sorry, I can't go. Like, and I'm gonna leave it at that. There was more said, but that's not my business to tell. I'm just telling you guys, she told me she couldn't go. I didn't even know how to respond to it. I was so devastated. It really got to me. It was to the point where I was so depressed I didn't even want to get out of bed. I was crying. I was devastated. We had already paid for our plane tickets. I had already booked a new Airbnb, and it was like 3 days after that, and I didn't read the refund policy. And for this specific one, it was, you don't get your money back unless you have some type of something going on. So at the same time, about 2 days, you know, in that 2 days that she didn't text me back, my grandma was also hospitalized. And she had no idea this was going on, and I'm not saying like anything like that, but my grandma was also in the hospital for neck problems. The back of her head was hurting, she's throwing up, and she's just not feeling well. And she had to go to the hospital, and she ended up staying overnight, I think 3 times. So it wasn't consecutive in a row, but consecutively she went back to the hospital. I was dealing with that and the Airbnb situation, and you know, I feel kind of like we had this plan for months. We had this plan since last year. You guys know, like Michaela, that's my best friend. So for me not to know what's going on, and for me to go through these things by myself, I'm pretty upset about it, but whatever. So to close off that story, you know, she texted me, hey, maybe you can get somebody else to go with you. So I called the airlines, and they were like, we can't change the flight, we can't change the name on the flight, like you're just gonna have to let the tickets go, basically. So now I'm at a point where either I can take my flight, or I could let it go and fly with my parents, because my parents are not gonna go with me, And I feel a certain way about that. Like, I love my parents and I love having them with me with everything that I do, but this was supposed to be like a trip for me to get a vacation from everything. And this was a trip that was supposed to be for my 21st birthday. There was just so much into this, and I can't believe that basically my best friend canceled on me when this was such a big deal. Now, I do want to say that there is stuff that has happened in the recent months that I am not going to talk about because it's not my place, and I was also devastated from that as well. It was just an overall devastation. This has brought up so many feelings about so many different things that I can't even pin it down, and I am not in a good place mentally with that. So I sent her a text message saying, okay, you know, I can't get the refund for the tickets, you're still welcome to go. I sent her a message saying, you know, no strings attached. If you want to go, even leading up to the last date, you bought your ticket, so, you know, don't waste that money. Still haven't heard a response, and if I hear a response back by the time I edit this video, then I will put that in there. But as of right now, there has been no response, and I'm hurt by it. I'm hurt by quite a few things that has to do with her, but I'm definitely hurt by that, and I'm devastated. And there hasn't been any type of like, I'm sorry, or, you know, trying to talk to me in that way. And I'm not looking for anything like that. I just thought that maybe I knew her a little bit better. I don't know. I don't want to say anything that's gonna hurt her because I'm hurt, you know. That's not my intentions with this video at all. So with that being said, I'm sure you guys have noticed I am not in my house. I'm not in my normal recording spaces. I'm at my grandma's house. So with my grandma being in the hospital, they finally let her go home, and she is still not feeling well. Her head still hurts. Like, she is in a lot of pain, and she needs help moving around and all this stuff. So I'm here. I've been here for almost a week now, and it's brought up a lot of feelings, and I don't want this to sound like I think my grandma is a burden. I don't. I will always be there for my family no matter what I'm feeling, no matter how angry I am at whoever. If my family needs me, I'm gonna be there. And I'm not gonna let my grandma stay here by herself because she needs somebody here right now. But as you guys know, or maybe you don't, I lost my grandpa August 17th, 2018, so last year in August. And pretty much I was the primary caretaker for him. I mean, when I say caretaker, I mean I pretty much took care of everything. The only thing I didn't take care of was bathing him, which he could do himself, and my mom took care of his medicine and appointments and stuff like that, and his like financial stuff. And I took care of making sure he had food, making sure his clothes were washed, taking him to his appointments, and just making sure that he was okay all around. So all of that is kind of like, those feelings are kind of coming up. Sorry, I told myself I wasn't gonna cry. I love my grandma, and like I said, I'm always gonna be there, but those feelings, they don't go away. The grief in all of this is still there, and it's really hard for me to deal with. I don't know how to deal with it. I've never dealt with anything like this, and it's just something as simple as seeing a blue walker. That's, you know, the thing with the wheels. It just brought up so many feelings for me. And then on top of all of that, my other grandpa, her husband, passed away about a month after my other grandpa passed away. So Grandpa Folly was the grandpa that I took care of, and Grandpa Rodriguez is the one that used to live here. So I'm dealing with both of those feelings, and it's a lot for me to deal with. And there was just no possible way for me to deal with everything and then to vlog at the same time. This is just not my ideal vlogging situation. It's not something that I want to bring you guys into. So that's where I've been. Going to the gym I haven't been doing well because I am just so focused on taking care of her, and I honestly don't care right now. As sad as it is to say, like, I don't know, maybe once I'm able to go home, because like I said, I've been here since Monday. I don't know what the date is right now, or what the date was. I think it's the 29th. Just been so focused on taking care of her that I've kind of forgotten to take care of myself. Now you guys do see there's a pool behind me. Yeah, I've gone in the pool and I've done some exercise in the pool as well. So if you guys want me to film like a pool exercise video, I definitely will. Those have been the two major things that have gone on in my life. I miss my dog, and yeah, there's really nothing that I can do at this point except just kind of hold on and wait to see what happens, because like I said, my parents are going with me to California. We're gonna book an Airbnb together. I am trying to decide if I just want to stick with the flight that I already paid for or fly with my parents. I've never flown before, so the flying by myself is a little scary, but it is what it is. I mean, I already paid for it. I don't know, so we'll see what happens. I will try and keep you guys updated as much as I can. Maybe one day I'll feel up to vlogging, but as far as right now, I am just trying to deal and handle with everything. And as soon as I can, I will be back to YouTube. You guys, I'm not quitting YouTube. This is not my goodbye video. This is me just updating you guys and letting you guys know what's going on. And I will be back, and I will be back stronger. And this is just something that I was so unprepared for and I didn't know how to handle. I'm just trying to help my grandma get better, and as of right now, she is feeling a little bit better. There is so many possibilities on what this could be that we don't even know what to put it as. So thank you guys for checking up on me. For anybody that has, I have gotten a lot of messages asking where I've been on Instagram, on here, on Twitter, and thank you guys for supporting me through everything. I love you guys so freaking much, and I will be here tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day.